34 ounces overall for the two-person CrossPeak 2 from Hyperlite Mountain Gear. That's about 21 ounces for the body and 12.8-ish ounces for the poles. While this is advertised as a two-person tent, I am going to use this as a one-person tent because it is tapered inside. This is basically just a nice glorified one-person shelter. Yes, you can fit two if you use two extremely narrow pads, but that's not my style of backpacking. So let's see what else we love about this tent. Something I want to tell everyone that is going to be just your favorite part of this video is the price, and I'm gonna walk away slowly as I tell you because you're gonna hate it. This tent costs $950. Yes, $950, but I love this tent. This honestly might be my new favorite tent. I haven't got to fully use it yet, but everyone knows Xmid Pro 1 is my favorite tent, but this thing, there's something about it. It's a special tent. I like the color. I like the original classic layout of this freestanding tent. It's all Dyneema, and this year I'm trying to change a little bit of how I backpack, and what I mean by that is this is clearly a two-person tent, but it weighs almost double the weight as my Xmid Pro 1 or a Mid 1 by Hyperlite. But the pro of that is I do get a little extra space, and honestly, the footprint of this overall is not much bigger than an Xmid Pro itself because those vestibules are so big. These are not as big, but you get a little more interior room, and that's kind of the trade-off, as well as a weight penalty. So I'm taking a 34-ounce tent versus a 16-ounce shelter. Okay, so like I was saying, the interior length of the tent is 88 inches long, and you have some nice vertical walls inside. It's 48 inches wide at the top, and it's 45 inches wide at the bottom, so it has a slight taper to it. The fly fabric is a DCF 5, and the floor fabric is a DCF 10. And it's got some of my favorite aluminum poles, the DAC Featherlight. I just love it. Every one of my aluminum pole tents that I have uses the DAC Featherlight poles. They're some of my absolute favorite. They last and they are reliable. Okay, looks wise, I think this tent is just incredible. It's sexy, it's pretty, and as you can see, there's not just clips for poles. We have pole sleeves made out of a sil poly. This takes a lot more tension off of the actual fabric, and it's evenly distributed, giving you a nice even lift inside the tent as well. And on the pole sleeves, we have two orange little clips for added guy outs, as well as on the head end and foot end right here, we have one here and then one on the foot end as well. Another thing they did is kept it basic down here at the edges of the tent. We have just a nice grommet, and then under here we can actually adjust the Dyneema, and it pulls it down because from what they said, this sil poly will eventually stretch the more you use it. So it's just something that keeps the tent more in check and flush. Okay, for the venting, this is a single wall tent. There is a door vent on this side as well as one on the other side. And then once we go inside, you'll see that the doors are made of complete mesh. And then at the head end and foot end, there is a mesh rain gutter area that's probably about this wide. And then inside there's a flap to help keep some rain out where you can lift it up and cinch it together to make sure that there is either more or less ventilation depending on the weather that you have. Okay, so for the zipper of the tent, it's just one. I think it's a YK3 waterproof zipper. You have to be delicate with these. You have to take care of them. As you can see down here, there's two separate clips. I wish that they had a dual clip, kind of like a Z-Packs tent, that would take pressure off the zipper, as well as just give you a little more variability. But you can either unclip this and swap it, or just unzip, and it has magnetic rollback tie-outs, which I love. We got nice dual zippers on the door here. It's kind of a nice crescent moon door. Let's open her up. So like I said, the inside of this tent is rated for 2 people, but I think it's just a nice glorified one-person tent. The floor is the DCF 10, nice and dark gray, and there's 42 inches of headroom at this peak, and you can't see it on camera probably, but I got a good, I don't know, 8 inches probably above my head to the middle, and the walls are super nice and not vertical, but they're pretty close to it. You know, it's a nice tent. Let me lay down and show you what I mean by glorified one person. I mean, if I put my elbows out, I can touch both sides of this tent. So other than that, this is just a die-hard, bougie, one-person tent that's going to keep you protected in all aspects, in all weathers. And there's 2 pockets in here. They're both right here. They're tiny. They could fit, you know, some accessories, your headlamp, your phone, your night core, you know, battery, whatever you want to put in there. It's very minimalist inside, but I know this will keep me protected in wind, rain, anything you could think of. Now, I know this is not going to be a tent for everyone. A lot of people cannot afford a tent that's $950, let alone $650. So you're not going to see a lot of these on trail, I imagine, and I've only seen a couple videos on YouTube as of now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I do think this is a tent that is worth checking out if you can afford it. I know it costs a lot of money, but there is a lot more pros to this than cons in my opinion. So please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and thank you guys for watching the Gear Garden. We'll see you next time.